And we're back to another episode of Let's Play Bravely Default. I'm your host, the RPG Guy. And I've been really trying to think about what I want to do here. So much so that I've kind of been mastering jobs and mastered my levels and everything. Because I'm a big asshole. And I realized that I could just do everything and waste a bunch of time. Mainly your guys' time. Or we can try and go for what is known as the best ending, but the best ending doesn't require us to waste our time necessarily fighting every side boss over and over and over and over and over again. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to try to go for the best ending while ignoring the side quest, the monotony of the side quests, which just give you JP. That's all they do.
But that doesn't mean I know everything. Should we perform the Rite of Awakening? I think so.
Wait, something lurks nearby.
That's Arthros, the bringer of doom. So the creature is back as well.
But that's my stance on it, really. Is that it just makes sense to me not to bother with the side questing that doesn't offer anything new, because it really doesn't. Let's just go with piracy, double damage. But yeah, after some thought, I think that's gonna be the best avenue for all of us. Because again, it's fun. It can be fun, but it's not story relevant, and it is a huge endeavor and arguably waste of time. And that's kind of the reason why I'm against doing it. I know it sounds trivial, but it is one of the arguably very debatable weaknesses that this game ended up having. And again, that's very subjective, but yeah, a lot of people, and I'll be the first to even agree with those people, biggest complaint about Bravely Default is straight up that there's a set of story events that you're going to start noticing happen. But there's a way to actually make it optional, and I know so many people who've played this game that do that skip over the optional stuff, because famous last words, you can have all of the cool story development stuff in the world in a game. You literally can, and people will want to endure that. The problem is that in the attempt to do that, you could try to do something that is allegedly interesting, but overall is not that relevant or important. I know. It doesn't sound like I don't think I'm making as much sense as I should. Like, I don't want to ruin anything story-wise, so I'll explain it later. But until then, yeah, there's something they could have done that they were trying to accomplish in this game. And it kind of backfired because if you're going to tell that kind of story, there's a right way to do it, and there's a lot of wrong ways to do it, and they kind of did it the wrong way.
Oh, that was rough. I don't remember that being as hard last time.
I thought the same.
Hurry up and awaken the crystal before we are beset by more beasts. Of course.
All right. And the reason it took me a long time, because I actually took several days off of recording this because I wasn't sure really the best way to do it.
Time to get started, Agnes. Are you ready? Yes.
Because we could do something that skips us right to the end of the game whenever we unlock a crystal. So if you have played this series before and you know you don't want to do the side questing stuff, you can do something that can change all this. But it's argued that you get the what's called the bad ending or the lesser ending. And so I don't want to get the lesser ending. Not for you. You guys deserve better than the lesser ending.
Keep going!
For a game that was on the right track and kind of got, you know, sidetracked.
Still not enough! You can do this!
Come on.
Stop! That's it!
And we do exactly that and we stop.
You did it! You awakened the crystal! Well done, Agnes. Have you checked your brooch, Jerry? Yes, the wind crest is lit. Phew. Good.
Tasty smoothie.
Are you okay, Agnes?
Yes, I am used to it now. I need a short rest, but then we should head to the next temple.
Okay.
You don't say. Inevitability. This world, it's different from the previous one, but in subtle ways. Yes, it's not simply a matter of going back in time or a lapse in memory. It's the same world, and yet it's different. Events in this world are happening just a bit differently than we've seen. And the ladies here are different too. But that suits me fine, keeps things fresh and exciting. The pity your personality hasn't changed too. This world does differ ever so slightly from the last one. But why do you suppose the Great Chasm is in the exact same place? Why does Norende Village have to be swallowed up every time? Now that you mention it, that is strange. You know, maybe someone or something is out to get you, Tiz. Please, Adia, don't make me out to be more than I am. Perhaps Norende Village holds some secret we have yet to fathom. Who knows, but I have a feeling you're not far off the mark. So the opening of the Great Chasm is inevitable. Inevitable indeed, indeed! Alright. Really quick. That's good enough for me. Yeah, and if you're wondering how long it took for me to master those skills and get that XP, about 2 hours of grinding, maybe an hour and a half. It didn't take that long, or at least it didn't feel like it took that long. So now that we've done that, we can go to the next shrine. No reason not to do them in the standard order. You don't have to do them in any order you deem fit, but there are reasons. Oh, you know what? We should also go get some gear. Now that I'm thinking about it. Went a little far. Because strangely enough, there's a new sword here, the Yggdrasil. Let me make sure. What do we got equipped here? Staff of Life. Yeah, we'll pick up 2 Yggdrasils, I think. Yep, it's a little better. I don't need anything out of there. Because the Yggdrasils was what we could steal straight up from, One of the bosses from earlier Victor, I believe. But now we can buy it. So, because I remember I mentioned I powered through to back to where we were, so I didn't end up having to buy. I ended up buying the, or stealing a lot of the weapons because I fucking lost my data.
Feast your eyes! Well, I finally had it dyed. Brightest color I've seen yet. Well, have you seen this? A spirit hairpin. My coin purse is empty, but come on! Worth it!
This place doesn't seem any different. Oh, what's this?
Dildo.
Birgit was made flower maiden at the 47th Sacred Flower Festival. It looks like the Sacred Flower Festival is over.
I wonder what Olivia is doing. Let us go visit the matriarch.
We don't have to do that. At least, not really. Let's go over here. It actually leads to, lo and behold, a side quest. I don't think we need to do it. Let's grab 2 of these. Just because. Yeah, we're not gonna do side quests. Again, there's not really much of a reason to.
Look!
This crystal has also reverted.
Should we perform the Rite of Awakening?
I think so.
Wait, something lurks nearby.
That's Rusalka, the Purveyor of Doom! Another creature back from destruction.
Here they come!
Purveyor of Doom. Or weird looking water blotch. I need to change some of my dark arts here. Or not change dark arts, but change thievery out. There's really nothing ever to steal from these elemental bosses, so it might make more sense to break them apart and do something else. Well, that's all she wrote. Nothing like beating a major boss in one round. To show that you've been a little too busy doing what you're doing. Physical attack at 30% up supportability. Sweet.
Hurry up and awaken the crystal before we are beset by more beasts!
Of course.
I'm ready, Aerie. I'm sure you have the hang of it, but if there's anything you'd like to go over again, just time to get started on
Yeah,
you.
I'm gonna skip over some of this dialogue because it's just recycled garbage from earlier.
More! Keep going! Still not enough! You can do this!
All right, you fairy bastard. Let's do this.
Stop! That's it! You did it! You awakened the crystal! Well done, Agnes!
Have you checked your brooch, Cherry?
Yes, the water crest is lit.
Phew. Good.
Are you okay, Agnes?
Yes, I am used to it now. I need a short rest, but then we should head to the next temple.
Okay.
Oh, look at your Vestal garb, Agnes. It's all threadbare.
Huh? Oh, what should we do?
It has seen a lot of use of late.
Let's go and ask the sage to repair it.
Oakley dokley. Let's move. And yeah, we need to... Because we're not doing the side quest stuff, we don't need to have thievery out. Probably what would be honestly better is sword magic. I'd almost say about the same thing for Tiz as well. The piracy is good. You know what? We will leave it like that, I think. But it's only one round worth of really good damage versus multiple rounds of good damage. Yeah, you know what? We'll do that for now. For now. For now. Okay. So we need to go to Yolanya Woods or whatever. Yuliana. And deal with stuff there. And we're gonna get some scenes.
I thought I heard something. This place draws few visitors, I fear. And who might you be?
I am Agnes Oblige, Vessel of the Wind.
Oh, little Agnes, is it? My, how you have grown, child. You were scarce more than a little sprout when your predecessor brought you here. Now look at you, a fine woman you've become. Why the long face? If there is anything this feeble old man can do for you, name it.
He hasn't changed a bit. Sage, Agnes's Vestal garb has become threadbare.
Oh, her Vestal garb, you say? Let me take a closer look. Yes, this should be easy to patch up.
Sage, do you remember me at all?
Yes, I remember you well. This is the third time, after all. But perhaps you might call it the first. Still, I remember you all too well.
The third time? What do you...
Of course. Let me put it this way. Which world are you from, Agnes?
What we got here?
Well, you'd better come inside. Now then, I was about to pour some tea for us, but I fear this may not be the time for sitting quietly with a hot brew.
Sage.
Are you aware I was a founder of the organization that became the Duchy of Eternia?
Yes.
Then you know of Lord De Rosso?
We do.
And are you familiar with the circumstances that led Lord De Rosso and me to build that organization?
No.
No? I see. Then my counterpart in your world has been very lax. He has left me in an awkward position. Still, he is me, so I must shoulder some blame. Not to worry. Well then, Agnes,
Yes.
you must decide who is your most trustworthy ally. Then travel to the nearby cave with them. You will find it to the southwest of here. Once inside, I will tell you all I know. I will also give you your Vestal garb there. You should understand your situation better once we are done. I shall go on ahead. I would advise you to heed my words. You must bring only one ally with you. Your other companion should wait outside the cave. I shall see you soon.
It seems the sage knows something of our predicament.
But why can only two of us go?
Who knows what that
He's gonna make a porn.
Who do you think I should choose?
Well, I guess... You have to make your own choice, Agnes. Remember the sage's words. You have to decide who you trust most, Agnes.
Do I count as well? I'm going with Anya's either way.
Wait, I think it should be me. You need a man who knows how to look after a woman. I would die for you, Agnes. Of course, I would die for you too, Edea.
So I play second fiddle to her, huh? Whatever.
The jealousy of a woman spurned is so endearing.
Oh, shut up, Ring a Bell. I'm not jealous at all.
As calm as ever, I see. It would have been nice to see you blush, at least.
What am I to do?
Like I said, just make the decision yourself, Agnes. What?
Nothing.
Can I see you outside, Tiz?
Huh? Oh, sure.
Hey, don't mess up, lover boy.
What? Stop giving
Yeah,
me a hard
this might be your
time.
chance to get your little tiz.
What about me?
So, what is it?
Do you remember what I said to you right around the time we met, Tiz? I said I would like you to join me.
Yes, I remember.
And you have stayed at my side this whole time, through journeys far and wide. So, I think I would like you to be the one to come with me. Will you do it?
I feel the same. I remember the promise I made. I'll never forget it. Not till my dying day. I've come this far with you. I've stuck with you until now. You will always be a ray of hope to me.
Tis.
So, I guess what I'm trying to say is... I'd be honored to go with you.
This you're supposed to say, I'm your hot, hot, bubba, bubba, lubba,
It
lubba,
seems
burning
I've come to trust you
love.
more than any other since that day.
Tiz, you had one fucking job. Just one job, man. You had to say, I want to be the giggity of your Verschmorgen. The love of your life. The apple of your eye. The cream in your coffee. The giggity of your goo. All you had to do. It has to be a cultural thing. Why is it so hard? Okay, so we need to head over to Yolana Forest, or what have you. I believe we're gonna have to walk it too. Again, we have encounters turned off because why would we want them turned on at this point when we're pretty much all powerful? Unless you're trying to fill the bestiary, and again, there's no achievements in DS games, so there's not really a point in doing it even on
And I
that
know he will take good care
in
of
that
you.
regard.
That I guarantee. Tiz, I am counting on you to escort Agnes with the utmost care.
I don't think he needs any advice from you, Ringabel. It's not fair! I thought I was your perfect partner, Agnes! And now you're leaving me behind? How could you? After all we've been through?
Shut up, Aerie.
I am sorry, Aerie. I hope you can understand.
Stop acting like a brat and give them a proper seeing off, Aerie. Go on, get going already.
We'll be back soon.
Take your time.
Alright, so... whoop.
Why do you turn back, Agnes?
That was the sage's voice. But where did it come from?
Surely your resolve is not so easily shaken. Continue on, and do not look back.
Let's keep moving. So we gotta, yeah, so we gained like massive amounts of levels and JP just grinding outside of the vampire's castle pretty much. That whole winter area. Eterna and all that. It's not a big, and that's the whole thing, it's not a big deal, so you can take that in stride, but all of this will make way more sense as we progress a bit further here. As far as, like, you know, those blue chests, what about those blue chests? What are you gonna do about that? No. We'll do what we need to get done. We can only do it as it is available to us to do. But this will all come to pass. What is to be expected.
There you are. Ah, So this is the one you have chosen. I envy him. You make a fine pair.
Told you they're making a porn.
Were I 1,880 years younger, I would gladly have taken your hand in his stead, Agnes.
1,880?
Yeah. Beside that, please tell what you know.
Yes, that is why we have come to you, Sage.
Do you understand what I meant when I said it was the first time we had met? You are not originally of this world. That is why we meet for the first time.
Yes. Sage, earlier you said this may be the third time we have come in contact. What did you mean by that?
Your only memory of me is when you were brought here by the previous Vestal, correct, Agnes?
That's right. I came with the Mother Vestal and Olivia when I was but a young girl.
However, I have met another who looked exactly as you do now.
What?
It was a very long time ago. More than 1,800 years, in fact.
1,800 years?
Just how old are you, Sage?
Me? I have lived almost 1,900 years.
1,900 years?
No cause for surprise. Lord DeRosso is 500 years my senior. We were once mortal enemies, he and I. I was High Inquisitor of the Crystal Orthodoxy. He was an immortal who led those seeking to thwart
We
us.
heard most of this
We
story from
crossed
DeRosa.
swords on the field of battle dozens of times. In our final battle, the fighting went on for over 100 days. A true struggle to the death. With both forces decimated, the two of us met in combat, each determined to land the killing blow or die trying. At that moment, an angel appeared before us. This wounded angel was a beautiful young woman who looked exactly like you, Agnes. Both Lord DeRosso and I were mesmerized, and before we knew it, we cast our swords aside and went to her aid. She had lost her light, and her wings were broken and severed. We knew she was beyond saving. We were only with the angel a short time. To Lord DeRosso and I, who mark our lives in centuries, it seemed little more than an instant now. But this moment changed both of our lives dramatically. With the last of her fading strength, she spoke to us. Of the crystal's secrets and of their dangers.
Dangers?
I was a man of the cloth, and Lord DeRosso was one who opposed my religion. The truths we learned that day shook the very foundations of all we had both believed in.
What did the angel tell you?
The crystals have existed since well before both the Orthodoxy and the Old Faith. The Vestals do not draw the favor of the crystals by right. This title was merely given by those of the faith to ones who have this gift. Originally, it was thought that mankind should not come in contact with the crystals. Attitudes towards the crystals only changed among the people after the teachings of crystalism spread.
What do you mean that we should not come in contact with them?
Unleashing the power of the
Snore.
crystals
Snore!
with due care can destroy the borders, opening the door to the harrowing. There have been warnings about this since before recorded history. The angel confirmed there was truth to these warnings.
What is this harrowing?
I have spent the last 1800 years trying to find out, but as yet, I am still in the dark.
So in other words, he still doesn't know.
The true nature of the harrowing is shrouded in mystery.
Is the great chasm that opened in Kaldisla not the harrowing?
The Great Chasm is merely an omen of it. It was one of the events the angel spoke of. I cannot say if the harrowing results from the Great Chasm opening up, drawing in darkness, then spewing it forth, or it may point to the tainting of the seas, the wind stopping, the volcanoes erupting.
In a previous world, we awakened the four crystals and calmed the fury of nature. Then we summoned the holy pillar to close the great chasm.
You may have acted in the belief that what you did would help. However, the path you have taken to this point aligns perfectly with the path to the harrowing prophesied by the angel.
The path to the harrowing?
Do you plan to awaken the crystals again? If so, you would do well to heed what I have said. Always question how the actions you take will affect the world around you.
We will.
Thank you for hearing me out. It is a remarkable resemblance, Agnes, you and the angel. Speaking with you has brought the memories of 1800 years ago back as vividly as if they were yesterday.
Sage.
At this rate, I shall be compelled to clasp you to my breast and...
Oh boy, run, run!
Your lips. I shall now set forth on a journey. You have filled me with the passion of youth for the first time in many years. Why do you look upon me with such a piteous gaze? I may have lived 1900 years, but I am not ready to lay down and die yet. You two youngsters should go back to your friends. Here, I have repaired your vestal garb.
Thank you, Sage. Thank you very much.
Of course. I wish you good health, Agnes.
What do you think of the Sage's story, Tiz?
To be honest, I'm even more confused than before.
I have to agree. I get the feeling he has not told us the full story.
But why would he leave us in the dark?
He either did so for good reason, or because there was something he was unwilling to share.
Either way, he sure is an old ledge, huh?
You are not wrong there.
Anyway, let's go meet up with the others.
We got a little bit more story, a little bit more of an idea of what's going on, but it just makes you ask more questions than it does give you more answers, right? So, funny how that works.
Sorry for the wait.
That old fart hasn't filled your head with strange thoughts, has he, Agnes?
No need to worry, Aerie.
Agnes had Tiz to look after her after all.
Yeah, well,
You two are quite the pair. I envy you.
that's what the sage said.
Did he now? I am not surprised. He and I did have a few things in common, to be sure.
That's something I think I would brag about.
You ring a bell.
Ring a bell. All right. Okay, so we have 2 more locations to kind of deal with now that the Vestal Garb has been repaired, which is mandatory, but it's mostly to give you more story in case you didn't deal with DeRosa and whatnot. And as you would expect, we have to now navigate through here in the Mithril Mine and the Underflow. But there is a shortcut available to us, thank goodness, because running through the Underflow again, it would be kind of mind-numbing at this point. We get a quick means to reach to the bottom here. And thus the fight we will pick.
Look!
This crystal has also reverted.
Should we perform the Rite of Awakening?
I think so.
Wait, something lurks nearby.
Ah, that's Chogmar! The Mark of Doom! Another creature back from destruction.
Here they come!
Let's do this. Now, like the last time we fought this fool, we can't just go right at him and do what we want to do, but we do know that he's weak to thunder. And really all we care about is keeping our HP up. One thing we can do, though, while he's in this form is we can still poison him, though. And that'll get things ready for what we choose to do going forward. And look at that, he's poisoned. Fucker stealing my MP. No, we can't even use that. But what we can do is this, because this should actually pierce through the wall, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, it does, but it doesn't do a lot. So that's not gonna work. There we go. And that's all she wrote. Chop him down. Like a big old log.
Hurry up and awaken the crystal before we are beset by more beasts.
Of course.
She's in such a hurry. I wonder why.
I'm ready, Eri.
I'm sure
You
you
don't
have
need to be told.
time to get
Yes.
You don't like how she keeps interrupting us while we're trying to freaking do this.
Stop! That's it! You did it! You awakened the crystal! Well done, Agnes!
Have you checked your brooch, Cherry?
Yes, the fire crest is lit.
Phew. Good.
Are you okay, Agnes?
Yes, I am used to it now. I need a short rest, but then we should head to the next temple.
Again, the same dialogue.
Okay.
Alright, and a pretty chat. Unfathomable. The sage sure gave us a lot to think about. The dangers of the crystals and the harrowing. The harrowing. To think he has studied it for 1800 years and is still in the dark about what it is. I can't help thinking that the harrowing is what we're going through right now. You mean right here in this strange world where time seems to have been rewound? Do you think that this strange world bears some relation to whatever caused the Great Chasm? Ah, well, who can know? Just like none can fathom the ways of a woman's heart, at least that pursuit, while just as pointless, is more enjoyable. Sure, whatever you say there, ring a bell. Alright, let's skedaddle. We got another crystal to undo, so to speak. And that's why we purchased a bunch of these. Oh geez, didn't even take us out of here. It takes 3 to get it. 2 probably would be arguable because they didn't need to use the first one, should have just walked. But we get out of here. All the same. And up and away. And you'll notice we don't really have to deal with the side quests. Well, and even more so. Can we drop? No. Stay the night. And there's some goodies we can buy too while we're here. I didn't do that during my grinding session because I didn't want you to think I was just doing stuff for the sake of doing stuff. Really all that's here is like the wizard's rod, and that's even if you want it. The divine fists are better glove, but we already got some of that, so there's really not much here that we need. War axe, yeah. Adamant armor, if you guys care about that. But really, I don't really need anything, do we? Now that I think about it. So anyway, this is a good place for us to stop right now. So like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Check out my Twitch channel, twitch.tv/EctarStudios for more live gaming action. Because when we come back, we gotta go and unlock the Crystal of Earth, and then weirdness is going to ensue yet again, I assure you. And there's gonna be a need of some explanation coming up. So anyway, thanks for stopping by, guys, and we'll see you guys next time.